guys, I'm Rachel O'Leary, and today's another day in the life of a fish pimp. I had a little hardscape order come in, and because of the delicate handling by UPS, I now have to weigh over 1,800 pounds of stone to make sure it's all here, since half the boxes are busted up. Normally, when it comes, I can just move the boxes down to the basement, which is not fun either, don't get me wrong, but I don't have to inventory it all. But since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes are completely destroyed, I get to weigh and sort it all outside, and it also means that I can't just carry it in the boxes because they'll fall apart. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. I have my scale set up. Time to play with some rocks. You can see the extremely delicate handling done by UPS, especially here. You know, I really appreciate that they don't like my natural leafy landscape, but I think I would have preferred to place my own rocks there. It's just an absolute disaster. I'm pretty irritated. Now I know y'all are gonna say, you should have had it shipped freight. I live in the middle of nowhere. These are 50-pound boxes. There's no reason they shouldn't arrive intact. In fact, I order all the time. And generally, the boxes are a little out of shape, but they're not destroyed like this. So this makes me think my UPS guy might have been a little irritated with my large order. I have 5 different types of aquascaping stones here. And the other really fun thing is that none of the boxes are labeled, so I have to open every one to see what's inside. Now I'm pretty sure this is Cereal, judging by the code on the box. Some of the boxes do have codes. Yeah. So, 50 pounds. This one's busted open so I can also see it's Cereal. That one's 55. Let's move on to the lava. They do send me, this is the lava, they do send me really nice big pieces though, which can be hard to source. $54. Let me grab a pen to keep track. All right. What's this? Cereal. Oh, this box is in great shape. Thanks, UPS. This is so frustrating. Look at this box. There's no way this is a complete box. No. 20 pounds short. Ridiculous. I'm really looking forward to dealing with this one. Too old for this. I think I need more coffee. So after weighing everything, it turns out this is only half my order, so that means I can expect this much again to come today. Yay! So it's all sorted, whoops. It's all sorted by type and weighed, and I've tallied the amounts. Pardon me being out of breath. It's a bit physical for a fish pimp. So now I have to carry it all downstairs. It looks like it's going to snow, so I need to do that sooner rather than later in preparation for the rest of it coming. Whee! I think we'll go work in the fish room for a bit instead, though. Well, guys, today so far, and it's only 9 in the morning, I've done all that rock. I've managed to spill an entire container of cichlid pellets and flood my fish room. TGIF. So one issue I've been running into a lot lately is I just don't have enough space or enough tanks for all the fish that I want to get, keep, learn about, breed, and whatever. So I'm thinking about breaking down this 29 and putting in a row of 10s, because instead of having one tank here, I might be able to put 3 more 10 gallons short side out like this one in this space, essentially adding 2 more quarantines. Then I can move that one down there, so I'd gain 3. So I think what I'm going to do is catch the fish out of this one, see if I have the materials I need to do so. For example, airline and extra sponge filters that are seated, and then change things up a bit. First, I'm just going to remove all the plants that are in here and dump them in this Apisto tank next door. Grab a bucket and these are some leftover neon tetras that I did as a special order, and I'll just add them to that crebensis tank so that those guys have a bigger school, my ancient dudes. Now I know this net looks comically big, but I've found over the years that life is much easier with the bigger nets for catching little fish. They tend to swim right into it, so you can catch them pretty much all at once. All right. Now I'm going to drain the tank. Oh look, this light hasn't worked in a month and it just came on. Perfect. A lot of times I'll use these clip lamp things to hold my siphon tube so I don't have to stand there. While I'm waiting for that tank to drain, I'm just going to go around and check on all the other tanks. You can see the 150 is doing awesome, and that Bulbitis that was trimmed so heavily by my friend Kevin has grown back. There's my little Shelly tank of the ones I've pulled to sell. Got fish and shrimp everywhere. Some CPDs. Peacock gudgeons. Meteor minnows and those Japanese loaches, which are really extremely active and cool. Let's peek in the Borelli tank. They're doing awesome. Such beautiful fish. There's these 2 males in the back that keep sparring. I wish they'd be more interested in the females than each other, but you know, that's cichlids for you. It's a fired up female. I wouldn't be at all surprised if I saw Fry in this tank soon. He just has to get a little more interested. Got a bunch of Arrow 4 dwarf blue eye rainbows, which are stunning. Shellys everywhere. They're super happy. Some little Lycisis cats. Awesome. Now that this tank is drained for the most part, I can try and move it. Now you can see into the mess that is my shipping area and office. I literally have tanks stashed everywhere, so it's not a shortage of tanks that keeps me from being able to set up more quarantines. It's literally, I'm just out of space. Pretty sure I can fit another one in there as well. Just gotta find the tank. So I moved up a tank I've been hiding from you guys, which is a Blackwater Wild Betta tank in here. And I've set up these. I just need to get some filters together and fill them with water, and then I will have gained 2 extra tanks in this little area, and I might move that 29 down there, or I might just leave it broken down for now. Now I've just run a little gang valve here, which is just, you know, a plastic piece that has multiple air ports on it. And one of the other things that I do is that I always keep extra sponges running in my bigger tanks so that I can pull cycled sponges for setting up new aquariums. I had a lift tube somewhere. There it is. I've told you guys before about how it's important with fish with a labyrinth organ that they have a layer of humidity. So the Wild Betta tank is one of few that actually gets a lid. Now we get to fill all these up. Now they're going to be kind of grody because they've just been sitting in the fish room, but what I'll do is fill them up and then just in a couple hours go back and vacuum them and clean them up a bit. And then this one with the Blackwater tank, because it's so Blackwater, I've switched out the sponge filter temporarily for an air stone, so it's aerated, and then I'll just gradually add more water over the next few days until it's full. Now, I haven't tested the tank, but I have to assume with that amount of tannins, I mean that tank is brown with tannins, that the water's a bit softer than my tap. So rather than taking the risk of shocking the fish, I'm just going to fill it up gradually over a few days. Who knows, maybe I'll send them into spawning mode because they'll think they've just gone through a wet season. Now all of this is in anticipation of some new fish coming in this weekend. One in particular I'm pretty excited to show you guys. So keep your eyes peeled in the next few weeks for a fun species spotlight. My little cube from the Brooklyn boys is looking awesome. I've finally gotten a handle on the algae in this tank, and it is clear and beautiful, and I'm stoked. I've moved in a pair of Dario into there. In this tank I've put a bunch of yellow shrimp, which with all these hiding places we don't see a whole lot of. Surprisingly, I already need to trim the moss in this one, so maybe I'll get to that this weekend. It's hard to say. I've got fish coming in and a whole bunch of crap going on. Big boys are doing what the big boys do, swimming around, being fishy. All in all, the tanks are in good shape. Just have some regular maintenance to do now and cleaning up this mess that I've made like always. I think today I'm going to try and redo this tank so I can keep track of those Leatacara a little better and hopefully get them spawning. We'll see. If I do, I'll show you guys. My battery died, so you guys missed me doing this, but all I did was basically take all the hardscape out of this tank, move that glass bowl of plants, mainly because one of the dominant females kept getting like trapped in it because she's a moron. And then just switched up where the wood was in the hopes of sort of shaking things up and getting these guys to spawn. I also discovered while I was cleaning that there was assassin snails in that tank that didn't belong in there, and that might be where my eggs are going. So I pulled all of those, and I mean, it's not beautiful, but I'm hoping that all the different spots of wood will induce those Leiatocara to spawn. Now it's pretty stirred up right now, but once it clears up, it should do great. So I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. Captain Cranky Pants is begging for attention. See him? Says, hey you guys, don't forget about the big ugly old Oscar. Anyway, it's about noon now. I've got almost 6 hours into working in the fish room or outside with the rocks. And it's time to answer some emails. Thanks for watching.